Good morning, future and fellow weirdos of the flock. Welcome to the party pen where we have good time. So, this is my Halloween costume. What do you think? It's a dress. It's pretty cool, right? Anyway, welcome. So, we are starting a new book today. Okay? So at the end of 1 Samuel, okay, David wants to go with the Philistines to fight the vampires. And the Philistines are like, hell no, you won't go. And King Face is like, but David, he's my guy. And they're like, no, he's a Jew. And Akeisha's like, well, King Face, he's like, David, they said no. And David's like, the fuck you. And King Face is like, you gotta go. You can't stay here, but you gotta go somewhere that's not here. Right? So David and his dudes go back to Ziklag, the country that the Philistine King Face gave him. And when he gets there, it was burned to the ground and all of his people were taken captive. This tribe didn't kill the people. It just took them hostage. So David, being David, was letting the people get it out of their system. And then they wanted to kill him. And then David's like, I'll ask God. And God, number one hype man, haha. God's like, oh, you do a good job. Fuck yeah, what for? So David goes and beats the brakes off these people and takes the people back. In the meantime, Saul and his sons are actually in battle against the Philistines. And all of them get killed. Saul and his 3 sons. It says Saul fell on his own sword. Okay? And then the Philistines found him and his 3 sons. And they beheaded Saul and hung all 4 bodies on a wall outside of a city. And then another group of people heard about it and took Saul and his sons' bodies off the wall and gave them a burial. They burned them, buried them, and fasted for them. And that is the end of that story. Now we are on book 2. No, 2 Samuel, the 2nd book of Kings. Right? So this is the beginning of the story of King D. Oh, fuck yeah. I didn't even realize we were starting a new book today. Oh, it's so exciting. Oh my God. We start a new book. Do the new book dance with me. We're getting through it. Fuck yeah. Yeah. Listen. So, press like and subscribe if you enjoy my my style of book reading. If you enjoy my Biblite videos, please press like and subscribe. Yes, I am Nikki K the Great. I am reading you these awesome ass Biblite stories, which is awesome. So, did you take your medicine? Take your medicine. Basketball guys up here somewhere, like right there. Like, take those pills. Right there. So, take your medicine. And then, come grab you some keep other people alive juice. And then, come in and have a seat, pack a bowl, grab a cigarette. And let's get ready to smoke it, drink it, read it. We have good time. Because we have a good fucking time. I'm so excited. We started a new book. Oh, this is the best. So, let's do it. Oh, and I forgot to tell you. The little baby kitten, Joey Joe Face, he died. Which is really kind of really sad because even Dawson was sad, like the little baby. But Dawson did find him in an industrial zone, so maybe he had been wandering around there for a long time. Or his mom left him, something happened. But he died. So he's buried in my backyard in my favorite yellow sweater. Yeah. It's the worst. Because he's buried in my favorite sweater. But he died on it, and I figured I don't want to wear a dead cat sweater. So I'll just give it to him. So he's wrapped up in a little box buried in the backyard. We gave it a funeral, me and Dawson. And we let him go to the cat lady in the sky. Maybe she loves kittens. So she got a new kitten yesterday at 3:15 in the afternoon. Yep. But let's get to King D. Okay? Okay. So, chapter 1 of the second book of Samuel, otherwise called the second book of Kings. So this is the beginning of King D. Okay. Now it came to pass after the death of Saul, when David returned from the slaughter of the Amalekites, David abode 2 days in Ziklag. And it came to pass on the 3rd day that, behold, a man came from the camp of Saul with his clothes rent and earth upon his head. So it was, when he got to David, he did the face thing. Okay. So dude's running up on David naked, covered in dirt. Okay. And then he's like, face thing. The face thing is when they fall on their face. Apparently that's a thing. They prostrate themselves. I don't know. It just means lay flat. So they do the face thing. And David said, where are you coming from? And he said, out of the camp of the vampires, I escaped. And David's like, escaped? You've done that. And David's like, how'd it go? Did we win? And the dude said, nah, we lost. Everybody fled. Everybody. and a lot of people died, including Saul, Jonathan, and his other brothers. And David said, as I happened, oh, and the dude continued and said, as I came upon Mount Gilboa, mostly by accident, okay? Behold, Saul leaned upon his spear, and the chariots and horsemen followed hard after him. And when he looked behind him, he saw me and said, come here. And dude's like, yeah. And then Saul was like, who are you? And the dude said, I am an Amalekite. And then he was like, kill me. Because these motherfuckers are going to do terrible things to me. Just kill me. Right? And I went ahead and killed him. Because I was sure that he could not live after he was dead. And I took the crown that was on his head and the bracelet on his arm, and I have brought them to you. So he was like, kill me, and I said, okay. And then I brought you his stuff because I heard the song. You know, the one that all the girls dance to. Yeah. So I brought you the stuff. Right? And David was like, he got naked, and everybody with him was like, Saul! And everybody got naked. And, hold on. And they mourned and wept and fasted until evening for Saul and his sons, and for the people of the Lord, and for the people, and for the house of the vampires, because they had fallen by the sword. And David said to the young man that told him, where are you? No, who are you? And he said, I am the son of a stranger, an Amalekite. And David said, why weren't you afraid to stretch forth your hand to destroy the Lord's anointed? David, how would he know that? How would he know that? How would he know that? He wouldn't know that. How would he know that? He wouldn't know that. David is an evil man. Listen. I wouldn't even know that. Nobody would know that. Nobody knew that. See, this shit is giving, it's giving me the vapors. I'm schwitzing. Listen, I'm having issues. Okay. And David lamented with this lamentation over Saul and over Jonathan. And also, okay. And he also made them teach the werewolves how to use the bow and arrow. It is written in the book of Gettr. I would love to know where to find this book because David loves this book. It's talked about a lot. The beauty of Israel is slain upon your high places. How are the mighty fallen? Tell it not in Gath. Publish it. Don't publish it in the streets of Ascalon. Let the daughters of the Philistines rejoice, lest the daughters of the uncircumcised triumph. Ye mountains of Gilboa, let there be no dew, neither let there be rain upon you, nor fields of offering. For there the shield of the mighty is vilely cast away, the shield of Saul, as though he had not been anointed with oil. From the blood of the slain, from the fat of the mighty, the bow of Jonathan did not turn back, and the sword of Saul returned not empty. Saul and Jonathan were lovely and pleasant in their lives. In their death they were not divided. They were swifter than eagles, they were stronger than lions. Yo, daughters of the vampires, weep over Saul, who clothed you in scarlet with other delights, who put ornaments on your apparel. How are the mighty fallen in the midst of the battle? O Jonathan, you was slain in your high places. I am distressed for thee, my brother Jonathan. Very pleasant have you been to me. Your love to me was wonderful, passing the love of woman. How are the mighty fallen, and the weapons of war perished? That's some shit. And I thought it was how have the mighty fallen, how the mighty have fallen. I don't know, but I thought it was something different. But we're going to pause right here. We are going to check our cats, water our plants, grab a refill, pack a bowl, smoke a cigarette, and go pee. We will be right back. All right, welcome back. Okay, chapter 2. Oh, and I believe there is 20 some odd chapters. 24 chapters. And we are on chapter 2. Okay. And it came to pass that after that, David inquired of the Lord, saying, should I go up to where the vampires are? I mean, any city. I can go where the where the werewolves are. That's Judah. Judah is the werewolves and Israel is the vampires. Because they're different. Okay? Okay. Shall I go up? And David was like, where? And he said, Hebron? See, Hebron. Isn't that where the Hebrews come from? So when they keep calling the vampires Hebrews, they're not Hebrews. Okay. And David went, and his 2 wives also, Ahinoam and Abigail. And his men were with him. Okay. And his men that were with him David also brought every man with his house, and they dwelt in the cities of Hebron. And the men of Judah came, and they anointed David king of the werewolves. And they told David, saying that the men of Jabesh Gilead buried Saul in them. Okay. And David sent messengers to the men of Jabesh Gilead and said, "Blessed are you that you have showed this kindness even to Saul and have buried him. And now the Lord show kindness and truth to you. I also requite you this kindness because you have done this thing." So he killed the guy that saved Saul from embarrassment, but blessed the guys that buried him. I mean, you should probably bless the people that bury their enemy, but I don't know why he killed the dude that kept him from being embarrassed. That was emotional. It's so stupid. I wonder if he ever felt bad. Therefore, let your hands be strengthened and be valiant, for your master Saul is dead. And also the house of the werewolves have anointed me king. But Abner, captain of Saul's host, took Ishbosh, the son of Saul, and brought him to Mahanaim. Okay. And made him king over Gilead and over the Ashterites, Jezreel, Ephraim, Benjamin, all over Israel. Ishbosheth, Saul's son, was 40 years old when he began to reign over Israel, and he reigned 2 years. But the house of the werewolves followed David. And the time that David was king in Hebron over Judah was 7.5 years. And Abner, son of Ner, and the servants of Ishbosheth went from Mahanaim to Gibeon. And Joab and the servants of David went and met together by the pool of Gibeon, and they sat down, one on the one side and the other on the other. I remember this. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Okay. And Abner said to Joab, "Let the young men play before us." And Joab said, "Okay." And there arose and went by number 12 Benjamins, which pertained to Ishbosheth, and 12 of the servants of David. And they caught every one of his fellows by the head, and thrust his fellow's side. So they fell together before that place, and is called Helkath-Kazurim, which is in Gibeon. And there was a very sore battle that day, and Abner was beaten, and the vampire. Okay, so the vampires were beat up by the werewolves. And there were 3 sons of Zuriah: Joab, Abishai, Asahel. And Asahel was light on foot as a wild roe. I don't know what a wild roe is, but he was quick as shit. He was lightning fast. Super, super lightning fast. Okay, so he was quick as a roe. I don't know what that is. Okay. And Abishai pursued after Abner. And in going, he turned to. No, he didn't turn. So Asahel pursued after Abner. And he didn't go to the right or to the left. He just followed him straight through. And when Abner looked behind him and said, "Aren't you Abishai?" And he's like, "Yup." And Abner said, Go away. Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. Right? We can knock if you bucked, but listen. No, you need to quit. And little dude was like, "Nah, hell no, no. I'm about to bust that ass." And Abner was like, "Are you sure you want to fight me?" And Abishai was like, "Yep." And then Abner was like, "Your brother will kill me, dude. I'm telling you. Don't start no shit." And Abishai was like, "Nah, fuck that, yo. Listen, we're gonna handle this like men or like mice. And I don't feel like eating cheese." I just made that up. So Abishai, he's like, "I'm gonna get some." And Abner's like, "Come get some." And Abner won. Abner beat that ass. He beat the brakes off the dude. Okay. So it looks like this battle was like a lot of people saw this, right? They saw Abner beat the brakes off of Abishai, right? And Joab also and Abishai pursued after Abner. Let me actually read. So Joab and Abishai were also chasing Abner. And the sun went down, and they came to the hill of Ammah. And okay, so damn, why can't I read? This is too many words. Hold on. So Joab and Abishai chased Abner. The sun went down, and they came to the hill of Ammah, that is just before Giah. Look, and it's really. Sometimes I call my daughter Gaia for gluten intolerant asshole. That's what I call her. Gluten intolerant asshole. Anyway. So they were in Amma right before this place. Hold on. They went to Amma that lies before Gaia. But it's time to take your pills. Listen. Hold on. Listen.
Take pills, start the day, Dick. It's 9 o'clock a.m.
Start the day, Dick. It's 9 o'clock a.m. Okay. So they got there by the wilderness of Gibeon, and the children of Benjamin gathered themselves together after Abner, and became one troop and stood on the top of a hill. Then Abner called to Joab and said, "Shall the sword devour forever?" Don't you know this shit'll suck until the end? Like, this is gay. How long shall it be then when you... Hold on. How long will it be then ere thou bid the people return from following their brethren? How long are you going to make the people chase and kill their brothers? And Joab said, "As God lives, unless you had spoken, surely then in the morning the people had gone up, every one from following his brother." So Joab blew the trumpet. Blow the fucking trumpet. And the people stood still and pursued after Israel no more. Neither fought. And they didn't fight anymore either. And Abner said to his men, Now Abner and his men walked all night through the plain and passed over the Jordan and went through all Bithron, and they came to Mahanaim. And Joab returned from following Abner. And when he had gathered all the people together, there lacked of David's servants 19 men and Asahel. So 20 men died. But the servants of David had smitten of Benjamin and of Abner's men 360 men. And they took up Asahel and buried him in the sepulchre of his father, which was in Bethlehem. And Joab and his men went all night, and they came to Hebron at the break of day. What's up, Blue? And she escaped and was out all night too. She's fixed though. But she got out all night after the kitten died. That was fun. What? And she went out without her leash on because here, come on. Come on. Look, I only got one hand. Come on. Look, you're fucking up the program. Come on. Oh, I love you too. Okay. Anyway. So, thank you for watching. Blue also says thank you. Come on. So, thank you for watching. I love you. Keep your head down, your nose clean, your shoes tied. Don't get ready. Stay ready. Listen. Be good or be good at it. Love you. Bye.